Hello, Super Nerd friends. Well, it's late enough now that, or early enough now that the birds have started singing. So I thought it was the perfect time to do this, and I'd like to start off by saying, after doing a fair amount of research, brushing up on some things, I've decided that gender is kind of like recycling. It takes a lot of effort if you want to get it right and be completely fair to everyone, I guess. I think where it gets most interesting is how do you introduce it to people, especially children. Do you start off just, as you're doing it, if it's a girl, you assume that they want to play with Barbies and identify as a female. I don't know, not go so much into education on, how do you feel? Do you feel like a boy today? Do you want to wear a dress? Do you want to wear pants? Do you want to play with cars? Do you want to hang out with your male friends, your girlfriends? I don't know, just, I don't know if that's too confusing. Some people are really great with that. Like, there's a dad, his son wants to wear skirts, and so the dad does it with him. They just go out in the town, both wearing their skirts. It's like, good for you. It's very cool. But other parents wouldn't be so cool with that, you know? And so it's not like, I don't think, maybe we'll make a transition towards that, where parents will be more open to what their child wants to do. But I think where we are now, I think we still have to, as we're transitioning towards that, I think we have to recognize that men and women are different. A thing that one of my roommates posted on how you can still be a good person but not support marriage equality, was that the idea behind the bill was to create on legal documents for birth certificates or something like that. Marriage, I guess. It was, well, no, I think like custody over a child or something. It was parent one and parent two, instead of mom and dad. And, men and women aren't the same. So do you need to be concerned with the child's growing upness if they have two moms or two dads? Is that a problem? And how is society going to suffer if men are suddenly the same as women legally? So, mostly, I would like to conclude by saying, well, I don't know. And pronouns are a whole other thing. When you get into transgender, then there are all those pronouns, and ask me about my pronoun, and that's really cool. I guess I've never met someone in my life who was like, nope, you have to use this pronoun with me. So I think we should be supportive of that, but not to the point of, I think it's still safe to assume. But then people still get offended if you assume. But that's just some people. So I don't know. Yeah, gender's very confusing. It's a spectrum, so you can't have pronouns for every one on the spectrum. Just stick with him and her, or whatever it is. His and her, him and she. What? He and she. Yes. I found a website called thegenderbook.com. There's a lot of information on that website, and I can't go through all of it. Tumblr's it's been a very good place. It is a very good place for gender equality, I think. But I guess I'm kind of I've been digressing on the gender stereotypes. Stereotypes is what we're doing, not equality. And stereotypes. Oh, Alexis, you were talking a lot about men taking care of women, and I see like generally the man financially supports the woman, but mostly it's like the housewife who takes care of the husband, to the point where, a lot of men are like, laundry? I can't do laundry. I'm a male. I'm helpless. Do my laundry for me. And they totally forget their bachelor phase, right, where they did laundry, hopefully, sometimes, unless their mom did it all the time. And, like, kind of feign ignorance. And so, I think mostly it's the women taking care of the men, making food, cleaning the house, doing chores and stuff. And I guess one thing that bothers me, and equality is a difficult thing because men and women aren't the same, and it's different in every relationship. You can't you can't force stereotypes on every relationship. Maybe there's a lot of stuff in the media that might give us unrealistic expectations of relationships, but I think you have to, at some point in your life, you have to start, thinking about those critically. And I guess that's the best thing we can do, is teach children to think about things critically, and exactly, not take things at face value, and so that if they've lived their life thinking they were a boy, then maybe they can think, oh, maybe I identify differently. I don't know, but there doesn't need to be pressure, like as soon as they can talk, like, are you a boy or a girl? What do you think you are? I don't know. I don't know how young people know that. How at what age you even know. And I don't know what the effect would be of, a shift of people being more open to that. Would more people feel comfortable adopting different gender identities? Anyway, with gender equality, equal opportunity is good, right? Equal wages, women's rights have come a long, long way. But still, women are different than men. In a marriage type situation, the woman typically has different roles than the man, and I think, this is what I was saying like 3 minutes ago, I think what bothers me is that people now expect women to go to college, have a career plan, and then get married and be a stay-at-home mom, and never actually, like, follow that career path for more than a little while. At least that's kind of what's always been looming. Like, yeah, go to college, pretend that you're gonna do stuff, but then you'll get married and you'll be a mom. Because, or like, people have this unrealistic expectation that you'll get a degree, get a job, be successful, start a family, be a mom. And I guess some women can do that where they're a mom, especially single moms who have a career and a supportive family. But So I don't know how the world, how many, stay-at-home, it's just that my mom's a stay-at-home mom. So that's kind of what I am used to, I guess, in a nuclear family. Um, so I guess the nuclear family is going to change as, marriage equality happens, gender equality changes, maybe. So I don't know what that means for gender stereotypes. I guess maybe it just scares people that gender stereotypes are going to start breaking down when we have parent one and parent two. Maybe that's what it is. But I don't think the whole world needs to worry about, oh, how are two women going to live together and have a marriage? That's horrible. The children. I think leave that up to them. If they want to be parents, it's not your problem. Um, so, that's my unorganized thoughts to add to the pile. um, yep. There's a lot more to say, but I'm not going to say it, so adios. It's been fun.